Merry New Year! Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the first CovrPrice show of 2021. We all made it, guys. We all made it. Here's to a new year and new stuff. Old Exile, whatever the fuck that name of that song is. I wish you guys all had a very healthy and happy and safe new year. Hopefully 2020 will slowly dissipate off into the sunset. Speaking of going off to the sunset, DJ Curse, what's going on, DJ Curse? How's your new year, brother?
Oh man, my new year safe and sane, man. I just chilled at home with my lady. I basically ate too much food. We binge watched too much TV. Fell asleep too early. I didn't do anything, man. I just chilled.
Hey, perfect, man. We saw the sunset at Crystal Cove Beach, came home, and I think my old lady fell asleep before I had to wake her up and say, hey, it's 11:59. If it wasn't, dude, we could hear the fireworks, though. They were all over the place. They was going crazy.
Well, we did that, too. We went to Signal Hill, that big-ass hill over there in Signal Hill, and we watched the fireworks. Yeah, we watched all the fireworks over Long Beach, and then the next morning we woke up early, and we went to Point Doom over there in Malibu.
Damn, making me sound all lazy and shit. Jesus.
Nah, but Point Doom is probably good. I don't know, 75, 80 foot up point, and it overlooks like this really nice beach and stuff like that. So it was good to get out and do a early morning hike.
You see the first sunset of the new year.
Yes.
All right, DJ Curse. We listened to what you guys asked for last week, and DJ Curse is gonna mix it up a little bit this week and give you intro while you guys get settled in. Drop it for us, Ray. Man, what other better song than to say goodbye to 2020?
Oh yeah, man.
We're not going to take it anymore, man. But DJ Curse, tell the fine folks where they can find you, man.
You can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse. I'll be on this whole week, 8 a.m. this morning. So twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse, 8 a.m.
All right, the link is in the live chat. Shout out to our friend Red Lodge Crow, Chad Crow, for the first $2 super chat of the year. Appreciate you, Chad. Thank you, everybody. As usual, I got my two men with me. Man, I'm gonna say what's up.
What's going on, everyone? Good to see everyone in 2021. Doesn't need to be said, but hopefully this year is going to be the tits, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of tits, my man Nemesis Prime, say what's up.
Hey, happy 2021, everybody. I ain't got no tits over here, but we got a top 10 list for you.
And this top 10 is tits, I will say. Shout out to the Carnales at the East Meets West for the new shirt. Rocking it right now. East Meets West. Make sure you hit up Gomez, Joker M21, and the rest of the cast on the East Meets West show. Great cats, part of the YouTube community. This is the CovrPrice Top 10, the first show of the year of 2021. Also, quick shout out to my man Jay Salsa, who did this graffiti piece for me, Lords of the Long Box. Dope. He's going to do another, what us old school cats call a burner, where it's like, full-on graphics in the background, something you see on a mural. But shout out to Jay Salsa for this piece. Man, I would love to put this on a shirt. I think did Jay Salsa do this too? If somebody from if Joker or Gomez are in the live chat, but make sure you hit up East Meets West. If you make a shirt and give it to me, I will wear it. Straight up. So once again, this show is brought to you by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com for your price guide, collection trends, and all your collecting needs. Speaking of which, this Thursday, instead of a Shakers of the Week, we're doing a huge Shakers of the Year show. Matt is putting together a huge list. He's going to come on the show, and we're going to talk about the books that hit the biggest prices throughout the entire year to 2020, and this will be our au revoir, bon voyage to 2020. I think they did their KRS Comics giveaway today as well. I think they emailed out the winners. Today was the last day of it. Speaking of which, go to KRS Comics, use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off any KRS Comics exclusives. Also, Rocket Comics, tell them the Lord sent you, get 20% off your pressing order. I think Manimal may be having a big order being sent through, and I just talked to Scott. I think mine is going to be here in the next couple of weeks or so, man. I got some bunch of Silver Age and Bronze Age goodies coming. Can't wait.
I actually just shipped mine out today. I sent it in today.
Nice. Well, we should definitely talk about, what your expectations are, or what did you send? Well, was it a modern or?
Oh God, what did I send? A little bit of combo. There's some Silver Age X-Men in there that I wanted slabbed, and then just some other random flippable books, hopefully. And
after the top 10, hang out with us, because there was a question that was asked of me on Instagram, and I promised him that I'd bring it up on the show, and I think we could all chime in on it. And it was a question of basically asking, how do you know if a book is CGC worthy? And I was like, that's a little bit too hard to say in one sentence, but because there's different factors that go into it. So we'll touch on that toward the end of the show, but let's get right to it, boys and girls. As usual, this is our top 10. Ray, I'm going to drop 11 first, and then Ray will still drop the 10. You still with us, Ray?
We lost him.
I think he's here somewhere.
I'm with you, but my camera is tripping right now. So
that's cool, man. Hey, well, I'm going to do 11 first, and you can bring in the 10. All right. As usual, there's always the top 10, and there's always an 11th book that isn't quite good enough to get there. And this week, the return of the old hip-hop. Remember when hip-hop variants were a thing? Look at that.
Every week.
Yes. The Mighty Thor, #1, the Mike Deodato Jr. hip-hop variant from 2016. If you hadn't heard, the immensely respected masked rapper MF Doom died back in October, though it was just reported last week. It was crazy. They just reported he died last week, but he'd actually been dead for, a couple of months. But this hip-hop cover honors his 2004 Mad Villainy Soul Studio album, which his Mad Villain partner Madlib. Upon the news of his death, sales of this variant spiked, hitting a high sale of $70 raw. Rest in peace, MF Doom, man. It sold 10 copies, had a 70 trade at 369%, and a high sale of CGC 9.6. So that's pretty interesting, man. That, MF Doom, he always, had a mask on, or know what he was, but man, he was a great lyricist, man. So rest in peace to MF Doom, another casualty of 2020. I'm telling you, the in memoriams, whenever they do it for whatever shows this year, at the end of the year, man, it's going to be a long list of people that were on there, man. Just the craziest news that Tanya Roberts died, and then she didn't die. She died again. Right? She died.
Oh, there was an update to the update?
Yeah, she actually died of an infection. The IC originally told her it looks like she's going to die, and then they called it, man, that's awful to just, lead them on like that. It's just like, good Lord. All right, Ray. Give us a number 10, man.
So is she dead?
Yeah. Johnny Rebels is dead. She died of an infection.
Man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yo,
yeah,
man.
because the last I heard, she was still alive. So I mean, that's crazy that she's dead now. So all right.
All right, give me a 10.
Number 10. 10.
All right, what do we got for number 10, guys?
Ooh, man, Marvel Ultimate Team Up number 5 from 2001. Who saw this book on the list? So when the Ultimate Universe modeled their Nick Fury on Samuel L. Jackson, it just worked somehow perfectly. So when it came to casting Nick Fury for the MCU, there was only one very obviously choice. So what's surprising is how long it actually took this book, which is the first appearance of the Ultimate Nick Fury, to trend. It sold 13 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 344%, and a high sale of 400 bills in a CGC 9.8. But, you know, keep in mind, Samuel L. Jackson's likeness wasn't really used until Ultimates 2. From that series. So
yeah, I don't know if a lot of people remember that. Like, you know, they obviously hired an African-American actor to play Nick Fury in the MCU, but it actually it was his first time ever being showing up as an alternate version, being black, was in the Ultimate comics. Oh, yeah. So I mean, there's gold in them there heels, people finding these Ultimate comics. So
you know what's crazy? I'm actually rereading the whole Ultimate run right now. I had like a bug a couple months ago, and I was like, you know what? Because I loved them back in the day. And so
it was good until they started killing everybody off. Like the first, what was it? The Ultimates is like the team of the Avengers. That one was the best line ever. Is Captain America saying, "Do you think this A on my head stands for France? I don't give up," or something like that.
Right.
One of the best lines ever, man. So number 10 on the list, Ultimate Marvel Team Up. Number 5. Look at that, man. Over under on Star Wars books this week is 2.5. But I have a feeling next week it will be all over the place because the High Republic drops tomorrow, but we'll get to that at another point. All right, give me a 9, Ray.
Number 9.
All right, Ray with the echo. All right, what do we got for number 9?
Number 9, we got Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, number 29, the second print. So this came out in 2020. This is the first cover appearance of War Widow. And however, the current market heat is around its second print scarcity. It sold 17 copies, had a 7-day trend of 262%, and had a high sale of $60 for a near mint raw copy. So, I mean, obviously this is around a lot of the hype of the Black Widow movie coming up. Hopefully that we'll at least one day ever see. And cool cover too, man. War Widow. To be fair, this has only shown up in those 1 or 2 issues, and War Widow never showed up again. So
so this is like a way out spec. Before we get any further, shout out to Trinidad Ray for the $5 super chat, who asked for the Donny Cates stickers. So there you go. Shout out to you, Trinidad Ray, and shout out to Donny Cates. There you go. That's the Donny Cates sticker. So if you want a T-shirt made, just tell me. All right, so number 9 on the list is Avengers number 29, the second print, War Widow. Jesus Christ, this is weird. All right, give me an 8, Ray.
Number 8. 8.
All right, what do we got for number 8, guys?
Oh, yeah, a little Spider-Verse action. This is the Todd Nauck Walmart variant. This one came out last year, in, 2019. I forgot what year we're in. While this issue features the first full appearance of Spider-Zero, it's simply the awesome covers featuring all those Spider characters on there. Let's see, count them out if you can. While we didn't call for these Walmart exclusive variants to be kind of rare, but they have been selling very well. While most collectors buying the 3-pack sealed, it did sell 35 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 128%, and a high sale of $29.95 for the 3-pack sealed set.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. I mean, I guess they're all on there. I mean, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Ham, Spider-Gwen, Arana. Spider Clone. I mean, damn. I guess so. But, you know.
It looks like they left my boy $20.99 off, though. That's kind of fun.
I think he's behind the sticker.
Oh, okay.
I know he's behind the sticker. Yeah, don't be that sticker off. Then it loses value. So, all right, number 8 on the list is Spider-Verse number 1, the Todd Nauck variant, Walmart variant, sealed. Remember, it has to be a sealed bag. This is one of the weird ones where they're actually worth more sealed as opposed to cracking them and slabbing them. All right. Give me a 7, Ray.
Number seven.
I had a feeling this comic was going to be on here because it was hyped all over the place, but this one is a little bit different. All right, what do we got?
Yeah, this should be no surprise to anyone who's been paying attention lately. We got Amazing Spider-Man number 55, the Pat Gleason Virgin exclusive. This awesome cover has been talked about since the image was released over a month ago. However, the heat came for this Virgin exclusive from artist Pat Gleason's website. Limited to 2,500 copies, it sold 20 copies, had a 7-day trend of 289%, and had a high sale of $200 for a raw copy.
Oof. Wow. And this isn't this is just purely a dope cover. Nobody knows anything about this.
Else. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when this first came, we were talking about it in the group chat when it was first released. I got to get this. And, but this is even better because this is the Virgin. I mean,
this slab would be awesome on your wall.
Oh yeah. And if you were to get like a remark by the artist done with the, with those silver Sharpies, or signed by it, it would look dope, but it's a black cover, so we'll see. I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch of these sent to CGC to get graded because
this would be a book that, and not to get into our topic about sending books into CGC later, but this would be a book that I would not send in unless I had it. I would be buying it at 9.8 because, like you said, the black, and you never know how that's going to go, man.
Yeah, especially if it's only like $65. But I mean, obviously the Virgin variant is going to be much more rare. Since a raw one sold for $200. But all right, so summary on the list is ASM number 55, the Gleason Virgin variant, still very dope. Give me a 6, Ray.
Number 6.
All right, next up is a book that people have been specking for a minute. At least you should have been.
Maybe. Little Mighty Avengers number 13 from 2008. So there's some loose rumors around, not really sure where they've originated from, but the Secret Avengers will be possibly appearing in the MCU. This issue actually contains their first appearance of the Secret Warriors, though there are several different versions, so it's still unknown which team they're going to be using and the rumors that are around it. But the rumors have spread enough to move 45 copies of this issue, had a 7-day uptrend of 133%, and a high sale for a CGC 9.6 for $99.99.
Yeah, I think it's just all the Secret Invasion ripples in the pond, and people just don't know anything what the story is, but people are gonna, that's the age of Aquarius, man. If you hear something, then you put 2 and 2 together and it equals 10. So, but there you go. I mean, this box. This had some collectability before. It was like a $10, $15 wall book, right? But now it's starting to go up again. This is still ripple effects from the Disney earnings call, and I'm sure there'll be more as people start to dissect the actual storylines that they see based on what's coming out and what's going to be coming out. I would imagine they're not done with the news that's dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. All right, DJ Curse, give me a 5.
Number 5.
All right, we have a returning champion.
So number 5, we have Amazing Spider-Man 365. So obviously, my boy Spider-Man 2099 has come back from Justin putting a sticker over his face in that previous issue. And this is the first preview appearance of Spider-Man 2099. It really took off recently. Collectors are prepping for that Into the Spider-Verse 2. Helped move 49 copies with a 7-day trend of 129 and had a high sale of $265 for a CGC 9.8. I mean, this is that classic 90s hologram covers. This is always going to be a great book to have.
This has been like spec, and respect. The first time it was spec was, I think, Into the Spider-Verse when the movie, the cartoon came out, right? The animated film came out. And Spider-Man 2009 made a little appearance at the end. And then there was rumors about a Spider-Man 2099 movie that we had heard as well. So there's been some debate on what his actual first appearance is, but as always, that debate is for people to talk about because it's whatever the market decides. And right now the market is deciding it's worth $265 and a 9.8. So there you go, man. All right, Ray, give me a 4.
Number four.
All right, I'm going to start a 2021 bingo card, and this one will be one of the first entries on that 2021 bingo card.
Man, here is where this list gets fun. Nomad
fun is an interesting word to use, but yeah, I'll go with that.
Well, Nomad Girl Without a War #1 from Marvel 2009. Never seen this book. It's probably somewhere in a dollar bin, even a 50-cent bin. But recently, Marvel scooper Roger Wardell appeared on Twitter to share some Falcon and Winter Soldier speculation, specifically on actress Erin Kellyman. She may be secretly playing the role of Ricky Barnes, Bucky's granddaughter. Insane, right? Which will eventually lead her to taking the Nomad mantle, which we've seen also in Captain America. So keep in mind, this is all unconfirmed. However, that didn't stop the sales from catching fire. Hopefully, her first full appearance as Nomad, though she kind of had a cameo at the end of Onslaught Reborn #5, which our man Zach is always talking about, where she crossed over into our world, the 616 universe, which is where this series picks up from. In this issue, to move 20 copies with a 7-day uptrend of 382% and a high sale of $30 and a raw copy. Really?
Yeah, so for those who don't know or follow movie scoopers, Roger Wardell is actually one of the more reputable ones, and his account was one of the first ones to talk about some Stan Lee cameos that happened in Avengers and Endgame, some other things that happened, and then he just disappeared off Twitter forever. There was a fake Roger Wardell account that came out after him, but nobody believed who he was. But the original account just recently started tweeting again, and he's one of probably the first scoopers to really get these things pretty damn close with everything that he said. So take it with a grain of salt, but he's had a proven track record. For those who follow the Twitter scooper verses, he's one of the ones that kind of has a better track record than others, I guess I would say. But as usual, take it with a grain of salt. I haven't heard anything about it. I guess Bucky's granddaughter could have.
How would that even work, bro? Like, did he boning chicks when he was Winter Soldier that he didn't know about?
No, I guess if it was his granddaughter, it would have been during World War II, where he
was too busy getting killed.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know what he was doing in France. Maybe he knocked up a French girl and she had a kid and went on. I don't know. I mean, but it doesn't stop people now. It just takes that little piece of news. Since I see my man Gomez. Let me go full screen here. Shout out to Gomez. Look at Ray's over there. Got my shirt. Shout out to Gomez and Joker M21. East meets West. Shout out to the crew. Carnales. Big Cuvele to the homeboys. So there you go. Number 5, 104 on the list. You selected. It's not our selection. You guys bought it. Is Nomad, Girl Without a World #1. What do we got for? Give me a 3, DJ Curse.
Number 3.
All right, this is where this list really gets weird with some really scrappy covers.
Yeah, so thankfully I had a good beat to come in from DJ Curse because I got to follow up with more Ricky Barnes. So we got Captain America #1. Obviously, the Ricky Barnes heat is strong. However, other sites who jumped on this news had it wrong, causing this issue to move 84 copies with a 7-day trend of 349% and had a high sale of $250 for CGC 9.8. Now, here's the kicker. Many other places have claimed Captain America #1 as the first Ricky Barnes. However, she first appeared in Wizards Heroes Reborn half issue, both on the cover and on almost every page within, which was printed 2 months before Captain America #1 in September 96. Captain America #1 released in November of 1996. So granted, some of the debate that will come up surrounding this will be how it was a mail-away order from Wizard Magazine 61. So it really depends on how long it took Wizard to fulfill those orders. Well, however, with that said, many collectors most likely had this in hand before the November issue of Captain America #1. It's also worth noting that this half issue also had a platinum variant. So there you have it. Find that platinum. If you had Ricky Barnes on your bingo, like Tim said, you're going to win that guy.
Yeah, you win 2 squares. So good Lord, did we ever think we would get a Heroes Reborn Rob Liefeld cover on this show?
Look at the lats on that guy. Damn.
And look at the
all he's
lack of
doing is overhead pull downs, bro.
no lips. I meant point, and look, his feet aren't even correctly anatomically correct. I meant weird fists and shit. I meant,
Is that
I'm
1
just-
foot or 2 feet? I don't know.
It's I don't know, man. He doesn't draw toes apparently. He just draw pointy things. So so this is the Captain America #1 variant that you guys got wrong, but it didn't keep people from buying it up. So just be if you want to spec on Ricky Barnes, it's Heroes Reborn, the half issue. It's actually on the damn cover. So if you really want the first cover issue of her, if she's gonna come, if you're playing that spec game, then there you go. All right, DJ Curse, let's get this off the screen and give me a 2.
Number two.
Damn it showed up on my screen again.
Tic Tac Toe, Captain America #1, the variant, basically. Yep, it's the variant, guys. It's same thing that Manimal just said. Absolutely terrible, Rob Liefeld, but it's littered in those 25 cents bin, 50 cents, and dollar bin. Did sell 24 copies last week. Had a 7-day uptrend of 319% and a terrible, unbelievable high sale of $22 for a raw copy.
God,
What?
the forearm on that dude is bigger than his head.
We're going to talk more about
His fist is bigger than his head, dude.
Literally, that forearm is bigger than his head. That is insane.
Shout out to Rob Liefeld, who's blocked me on all forms of social media. I can't respond. Every time somebody sends me something, I can't see it. He's blocked me on Instagram, on Twitter, and everything. But hey, man, I'm pretty sure he knows we're talking about him. So, all right. #2 on the list is another Captain America #1 from 1996. That incredible Heroes Reborn run by Rob Liefeld and Jeff Lowe. Oh, look at old Jeff Lowe wrote that, huh? Look at that. Remember Jeff Lowe writing? I was going to say, people like always shit on Jeff Lowe, but say, yo, Jeff Lowe also wrote The Long Halloween, though.
Hell
so,
yeah.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, so all right, DJ Kurz, give me the first #1 for 2021.
#1.
Now that is the one we can work with, and I knew this was going to show back up on this list. What do we got for #1?
Hell yeah, man. We got a good book here for the first #1 of the year. We got Amazing Spider-Man #55. So like we talked about earlier, this is the hottest cover of the December 2020. This amazing cover sold an incredible 289 copies, had a 7-day trend of 108%, and had a high sale of $200 for a CGC 9.8 pre-sale. So, I mean, obviously that Virgin is the way to go, but this is still a badass cover, man.
Yeah, but this is so. Every LCS ordered tons of these. When I got to my LCS, I get to my LCS right around lunchtime. They had 3 copies left, and I grabbed all 3. No, I wasn't that asshole. I just grabbed 1. I left the other 2 there because they had little dings on them. But no, I left the other 2 there because it's a cool thing to have, and I grabbed 1. But just think, all the LCSs probably sold out of this, and those 289 copies were all aftermarket sales. So this is people going to their LCS. For me, they were sold out for some reason, and then they found them on eBay or My Comic Shop or one of these other sites. And I can already tell you it's going to happen for the High Republic. If you haven't pulled or told your comic shop to pull for you, you may be ass out, because I was lucky enough to get it from mine, but like a lot of places, they're like, yeah, all the people who have pulled us have pulled them already. It's going to be on high order. I mean, I think there's a ton of store variants too, but I mean, I'm actually after that super dope trailer, I'm really excited to for. And I'll go,
I read them. I read it.
Oh, we don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I can't. Give
me the screen real quick. I got both the covers right here.
Oh, were you giving them away for someone in the live chat?
There you go, live chat giveaway. I have the variants, and I have the 1 in 10. I wasn't able to get the 1 in 25.
Yeah, I snagged the Stephanie Hans also.
Oh, nice.
Are those just regular variants, or what's the ratio on those?
This is the regular one, and this is the variant. I don't know what the ratio is on this.
Yeah. There's a 1 in 10.
Variant ratio.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 10, there's a 1 in 25, and obviously there's a bunch of like store exclusives or retail variants as well. So
there's actually not many. It's 3.
Yeah.
I got all 3. The best one is the cover swipe of Clone Wars 1. That one, and that one sold out.
I can't wait. I can't wait to read the novel. I'm gonna be reading all that stuff. I'm trying to
this week.
I don't know if I should get the hardcover or I should just get it from my tablet. You know what I mean? Read it on my tablet. Two books I've been looking forward to reading. There's The High Republic and Ready Player 2. Those are the two books I've wanted to read. I made the mistake of trying to read The Stand through audiobook. Oh my God. I fell asleep like 27 times. That, first of all, The Stand is a huge book. And this is back in the olden days of audiobooks, and the guy who was just narrating it or telling it was just so droll, and I was like falling asleep.
I love The Stand, bro. It's one of the best.
Have you checked out the new show yet on CBS?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it, man.
Any good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's different. It makes it, if you've read the book, it definitely and you've seen the original miniseries, it makes it better to watch because they do you're not bogged down in like, you know,
there's
so like a bunch of chapters of them traveling. It actually starts off with like them already in Boulder and flashbacks, so it kind of works out pretty well.
Stephen King is just the master of just prose and prose and prose. I mean, we're talking about just like, you know, 2 paragraphs that just tell you one little detail. I mean, or a whole page or 2 pages. That's why. But The Stand, that is a thick ass book. That's what she said. But before we get to your guys' announcement, let's talk about grading of comic books, man. So the question came from Instagram, and I was saying this is because I posted the second appearance special Marvel edition number 16. I said, you know, two of these are slab worthy, and the question was, how do you know if a book is CGC worthy? And the simple answer is it a good grade? You know, high, you know, if it's a great condition. That's where it stops, because then you also have to figure in the era on when it came out with. Obviously, if you have a Silver Age key, 3.5, 3.5 is acceptable to me for a CGC grade. Like a Bronze Age to me acceptable on a key is like 7.5, 8.0.
Right.
We've talked about this ad nauseum before. Modern, if you're not getting a 9.6, it's almost a waste of money. You're almost better off buying a 9. And when I say modern, we're like, you know, the last few years, right? A 9.6 is quite possibly the kiss of death. There are some that are bulletproof, but you'll see a huge difference between 9.6s and 9.8s. Justin, what would you say? What would, when somebody asks, you know, what you would consider slab worthy or CGC worthy?
Yeah, in the same tier that you are. Modern books need to be 9.4 above. Bronze Age, I would go same thing. You know, like in those 80s books, if you get an 8 or you can 8.5.
Clarify that comment though when you say modern though to the people who may not.
Well, modern would be, you know, if you're getting a book in the 2000s, you need to be getting 9.6s and 9.8s. In the 90s,
almost the 90s as well, you can kind of get a little bit wiggle room there.
Because if you use the term modern in the terms of CGC, it's anything after 1975. No. So but if we're just talking, modern would, you know, modern, copper, bronze, silver, things of that nature. But there's all the exceptions too. Like if you have a super rare comic, you know, and there's not many in what we'll call the CGC census, meaning, hey, any grade will do well, but I would, you know, there's certain cutoff lines, you know, so
Walking Dead 1 in a 9.0 or better is still a key, you know. It's a great book. It's an expensive book, so I'll take that.
Same with like weird books like The Tick, which are just hard to find, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you can always kind of tell how a book is expensive when you see the 9.8 grade. If you see like a TMNT 9.8, the grade on it, you know, even going down to like a 9.0, but then you'll see somewhere between a 9.6 and 9.8, there's like a 30-40% difference because there's also a large print run of these books. So there's a lot of differentiating things. Best thing to do is get yourself a CGC account and have, you know, log in. You can read the forums and look at the census, see what's available, or go to our friends over at CovrPrice.com and you can see how many books have been graded. The more books of what you want graded that have been graded, then the higher grade you want, if that makes sense, right? If everybody's getting that comic graded, then the chances of there being more 9.8s and your 9.6 will be less valuable, if that makes sense. Right?
Yep.
All that
it's definitely. I mean,
we can go on for an hour to talk about what you know, what is CGC worthy, but I think you guys can talk about this on
CGC is just like whatever. I mean, like you said, I mean, modern. They consider modern 1975 and up. I mean, isn't Giant Size X-Men 1 still considered a modern book to them? But that's like hell. I would take anything above like nowadays, anything above a 4 or 5. You know, trying to get that in a 9.
Hell, Hulk 181, I'll take it a 4.0 any given day of the week. You know what I mean? But, you know, just because it's old doesn't mean it's worth money. As certain mystery boxes that have started to appear on YouTube recently, I won't say any names, but let's just say, yo, check out my man Erod and check out Roger Levesque. Just their mystery boxes they got. Who's somebody who's deals in the golden age. Hey, just because it's old doesn't mean it's worth money. It has to be old and has some significance in it as well. So there you go. So the big announcement is I am retiring from the Lords of the Long Box. Today is the last show. Manimal and Nemesis Prime will be taking over. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Zach and Manimal, you have some big announcements. They are getting married. It is legal in California. They'll be coming here. I will be officiating the wedding. So go ahead, guys. The floor is all yours. Oh, I see your salute there.
Yeah. So Justin and I are going to be starting a podcast. We've been talking about doing this for a little while. A lot of people have been asking what we're going to do on YouTube and where we're going to show up next. We decided we kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of go a different angle. And we're going to be doing podcasts. We'll be dropping a podcast pretty much as of now every Friday morning. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. We really want it to be geared towards like things you guys want to talk about. So send in questions, send in voice recordings.
For the folks at home who are new to technology, explain to them what a podcast is, because a lot of times people think podcasts are things they find on YouTube.
Yeah, right. I'll take that. So you're going to find us we're going to be on Spotify. We're going to be on iTunes. We're going to be on Google Play. So it's not going to be video like this. We're just going to do audio. Not everybody has the ability to sit home and watch this or play it on their phone. I like driving and listening to podcasts. So you know what? I can go right on Spotify. I can just listen to anybody like Joe Rogan, anything from Compound Media, Anthony Cumia.
Joe Rogan money, son.
Fuck yeah, man. We're going to do that. So that's what it is. Not everybody has the time to sit here and watch us. So you might as well listen to us. We're still going to be doing similar stuff, talking about, articles and whatnot. We really want the community to be involved. So we will be dropping an email. Once everything starts, you guys can send us voice messages. We'll do whatever you guys want to listen to, whatever you guys want to say. We'll talk about it.
An adult, man, Justin and I don't pussyfoot around, so we'll be saying some shit. And this ain't your mother's podcast, so there'll be some curse words. If you got your kids, maybe don't have them.
All right, so there you go. The official name of the podcast is This Is Not Your Mother's Podcast. So there you go. DJ Curse, tell them where, speaking of where they can find you as well.
All this week, you can find me 8 a.m. on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse. That's I am DJ Curse.
8 a.m. Pacific?
Whatever.
Damn, you're waking up early, son.
That's
all right,
crazy.
So, yeah. So also you can message, are you guys creating a new IG for this podcast, or how could they message you if they have questions or whatnot?
I just dropped the link. The Instagram is up there. If you click on the profile, you'll see all the links to our Linktree, Google Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, everything. So,
all right. So it's called the Comic Com Podcast. When they originally told me the name, I go, what? I go, why? They go, no, Com. I go, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's the Comic Con Podcast. It's going to drop every Friday, right?
Yep.
All right, and then you guys will still be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays whenever you guys can make the time.
Yep. We're not, we don't leave, where we came from, so we know we're blessed.
It's just another branch of the Lords of Long Box Tree, the Comic Com Podcast, and if they are so kind, maybe they'll have me on there once in a while so I can just talk my ass off and say filth, flarn, filth.
Yeah, there you go. You can curse whenever you want.
There you go. So the first show will be about Rob Liefeld. Let's do it.
There we go. Looks like we already got our first guest. Ken Lashley's already wanting to show up. So,
all right, Ken.
Yeah, man.
I don't think that's him, but it could be because you need Lashley on your podcast. His art is trash, but he can talk trash. I have to hit up Ken on Facebook to see if that's really him or not. But shout out to everybody in the live chat. Make sure. Check us out on Thursday. Whoever can join us, the guys from CovrPrice will be joining us as we look at not the shakers of the week, man, but we're looking at the biggest shakers of the year. Finally, the end of year look back at the books that hit the biggest prices for the year. 2020 was a hell of a year, but as the shakers show you, sometimes the old standbys, the what we call blue chip stocks are still the books to get. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure there'll be some interesting ones in there. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ultimate Spider-Man is probably the biggest thing that stuck out for me from 2020. I mean, maybe you guys do that on your podcast, is have a look back. Yeah, I look back at the year of that was 2020. So
you mean Marvel Previews 95?
Yeah, wherever that guy is. Oh, let's not even get in that. All right, for DJ Curse, Nemesis Prime, and Manimal, this is TiVo from Lords of Long Box. I want to say Happy New Year, and we will see you guys Thursday. So until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
Hold on and get some, boys.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Hold on and get some, boys.
What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?